After a dark Wednesday night as Real Madrid were officially eliminated from the Champions League by Arsenal, a heavy gloom settled over the Santiago Bernabéu. The hope of a miraculous comeback, a remontada in true Madrid fashion, quickly vanished. Against the resilience and composure of the Gunners from London, the Royal Club could not produce magic. The defeat not only ended Real's European journey this season, but also raised serious questions about the future of head coach Carlo Ancelotti. The Italian manager could not hide his disappointment after the match. When asked directly about the possibility of being dismissed, Ancelotti responded calmly, even somewhat resigned, saying, "That could happen this year or next year when my contract ends. There is no problem at all. When I leave this club, I will always be grateful. Maybe it is tomorrow, maybe 1 year from now, maybe 10, but I will forever be thankful to Real Madrid, that is all." Ancelotti's words reflected a clear understanding of the harsh reality of elite football, especially at a club that lives and breathes trophies like Real Madrid. "We have done very well in recent seasons, but this year we have faced setbacks. Things have not gone as expected. In sports, that is normal, because no team is unbeatable. Indeed, despite winning both the Champions League and La Liga last season, Real Madrid have lost the consistency and dominance that once defined them. In the group stage, they showed a shaky face, dropping surprising results against teams like Lask Linz, AC Milan, and even Liverpool. In the round of 16, they barely advanced past Atletico Madrid after a tense penalty shootout. So as painful as the defeat to Arsenal may be, it was not entirely unexpected when viewed in the context of a turbulent and unconvincing Champions League campaign. That decline became even more apparent in their domestic performances. In La Liga, Real held the top spot for only 8 out of 31 rounds. Slip-ups against clubs like Valencia, Real Betis, Espanyol, and Athletic Bilbao stripped them of the image of a relentless winning machine, a status they commanded just 1 season ago with a 10-point lead. The overall statistics paint a clear picture of regression. Ancelotti's average points per match this season is only 2.11, a drop of 16% compared to last year. It is also the lowest of any of his 6 seasons in charge of Los Blancos. With numbers like that, it would not be surprising if the board decided to shake up the coaching staff this summer. As the door to change begins to creak open at the Bernabéu, a host of names have been floated, but none shine brighter than one particular candidate, Jürgen Klopp. According to reports from Spain, especially from Brazil's UOL Esporte, the current Liverpool manager could be tempted by the opportunity to take the reins at Real Madrid in the post-Ancelotti era. At the moment, Klopp is serving as global sporting director for the Red Bull Group, but the chance to lead Madrid, a club steeped in history and hungry to return to European dominance, may prove too tempting to ignore. Though nothing is official yet, many reliable sources suggest that the German manager is fully open to returning to top-level coaching if the right offer comes along. And on today's football map, few roles carry the prestige and pull of the Real Madrid. According to UOL Esporte, Klopp has mentally prepared himself for a new challenge at Santiago Bernabéu. The same source also reports that he is not entirely satisfied with his current role at Red Bull. That is why the Liverpool legend is said to be open to entering discussions with Real Madrid, with the goal of returning to management as early as July. Another key detail, Klopp reportedly holds a special clause that allows him to unilaterally terminate his Red Bull contract to return to the dugout. That July 2025 timeline aligns perfectly with Klopp's earlier promise to take a 1-year break after leaving Liverpool in the summer of 2024. His role at Red Bull helped him fulfill that promise, but now the time feels right to return, at the right place, at the right time. If the scenario of Klopp replacing Carlo Ancelotti at the Bernabéu becomes reality, he would likely bring his influence and network to rebuild Real Madrid in his own image. According to multiple reports, Klopp is already considering reconnecting with some of his former Liverpool players, hoping to convince them to reunite with him in Madrid. One of the first names to be mentioned is Trent Alexander-Arnold. The English right-back, once a key piece in Klopp's pressing system, is reportedly refusing to extend his contract with Liverpool and is expected to join Real Madrid on a free transfer this summer. Several sources even claim that Trent has reached a preliminary agreement with Los Blancos for a contract worth £240,000 per week. If this deal goes through, it would be a perfect addition to the high-tempo, flank-drunk style of football Klopp always pursues, and Alexander-Arnold would undoubtedly be the ideal solution on the right side of defense, a position Real Madrid have long struggled to solidify for the long term. Beyond Trent, another name being heavily linked to Real is Ibrahima Konaté, the French centre-back Klopp brought to Liverpool from RB Leipzig back in 2021. Konaté's current contract with Liverpool is set to expire in 2026. This means if an extension is not reached soon, the Reds might be forced to sell him this summer to avoid losing him for free, just like the Trent situation. If Jürgen Klopp does in fact arrive at Real Madrid, the Spanish giant's defensive system could be reshaped into something formidable. On the right, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Klopp's former favorite, looks to be the clear choice. On the left, David Alaba remains the leading option thanks to his experience and consistency. In the middle, the defense could feature a trio of Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, and perhaps Ibrahima Konaté, another former Klopp signing from Leipzig. In midfield, Real Madrid already possess two prized gems, Aurelio Tchouaméni and Eduardo Camavinga, both young, dynamic, and entering their prime. Under Klopp, they could easily become the core of a high-energy pressing engine. Further up the pitch, Real's attack is nothing short of a nightmare for any defense. Jude Bellingham operating in the number 10 role behind a front line featuring Vinicius Jr. or Rodrigo on the right and Kylian Mbappe on the left, forming a deadly attacking trident. As for the number 9 role, still in need of a long-term solution, Klopp could leverage his special relationship with the Red Bull system. One name being floated, Benjamin Šeško, the rising star at RB Leipzig, also being pursued by Arsenal. With the current strength of the squad, Real Madrid do not need a complete overhaul, but Klopp's presence could open doors to elite talent from Liverpool or past clubs he managed, further enhancing squad depth and competitiveness. However, amid the whirlwind of speculation surrounding Jürgen Klopp's potential return to the dugout at the Bernabéu, one major question remains: how credible are these reports? When Klopp stepped down from Liverpool in 2024, he firmly stated that he would take at least one full year away from management. His current role at Red Bull is widely seen as a way to honor that promise and stay away from the intensity of the technical area. Yet, according to the latest reports, the German tactician is now considering a return to coaching this July, exactly 1 year after his departure from Anfield. The biggest contradiction comes from his own recent comments at an event for Bay United FC in South Africa, where he stated that he was not ready to resume coaching duties after his break. Despite that inconsistency, Klopp remains the leading candidate in a wave of Spanish media reports. Some even claim he has already begun identifying transfer targets in preparation for a possible move to Madrid. With a track record of success at Mainz, Borussia Dortmund, and especially Liverpool, where he built an empire, inspired a generation, and attracted star after star, Jürgen Klopp is expected to inject new life into the Bernabéu. If he truly accepts the challenge of leading Real Madrid, fans of Los Blancos have every reason to believe in the dawn of a new era, one shaped by relentless fight, electrifying pressing football, and the presence of a German general in sync with the club's legendary identity.